Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 4. We're level 36. We've completed the seasonal quest line and having a look at what it is we're going to be doing next. I've been having a nose through, let's reduce this down, of the aspects that we haven't got and seeing what could be useful. Now, we know about the aspect of control. That's definitely going to be something that we push for, probably quite quickly. But there's a lot of other things that we can still get as well to help out along that side, especially ones that lean into crowd controlling and extra damage that is going to come out from that. The first of them that I wanted to point out, Aspect of Might. Basic skills grant 20% damage reduction. We did this on our previous character. It's a good choice. It's a nice solid choice. In terms of defensive aspects, this and Searing Wards, I think, are the two that are most interesting to us, unless we find Vigo's Amulet. We've already got Aspect of the Protector, so that's kind of a staple of our build. But it's definitely worth us looking at getting the Aspect of Might. We'll skip over the offensive ones, because that's where the Aspect of... In fact, no, we won't, because the Aspect of Control... Whereabouts is it? Aspect of Control. 25% more damage to immobilized, stunned, or frozen enemies. Not slowed, not general crowd control, but still very good and worthwhile. On resources, whereabouts? There we go. Lucky hit. Burning damage has a 12% chance to restore 10 mana. We are always doing burning damage. This is going to allow us to keep that incinerate up a lot longer. So that's one that's worth us doing. Over on utility. Aspect of Shared Misery. When you hit a crowd controlled enemy, there's up to a 30% chance for that crowd control effect to spread to another unaffected enemy. All the immobilizing that we're doing is potentially going to cascade amongst nearby groups. That's got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of potential. We've also got Aspect of Singed Extremities, which it plays well with the Immobilize. After Immobilize wears off, enemies are slowed, but we're not going to get any extra damage from that, so I don't know if we'll end up using it. But thematically, it does fit. And then on the mobility, coming in contact with your firewall grants you extra movement speed. I'm not as much of a fan of extra movement speed in this game as I am compared with some of the others, so I don't think it's going to be as useful as it could be. But there's definitely potentials for us to do things in dungeons. We're going to grab as many side quests as we can, and then we're going to immediately head off and do this Aspect of Control, just so that we've got it done and ready. So first of all, let's go grab the person who's talking about his eyes.
Hey, I don't need eyes. You there? Yes, she wears. You must.
Yes. Sight to madness. Strongholds got to be conquered first. We're going to do the strongholds. We'll probably grab the aspects that are relevant to us before we do that. And the other one, I think this was Petter down here.
Thank the light you're here. My boy,
What's going on?
Good. You look. Meet me in the cellar there.
Yeah. Sure, we can do this. And you know, we've got a couple of elixirs on us. We may as well, while we're in the area. I mean, we're standing right next to it. It'd be rude not to. So we've got 14 levels left to go.
A sure sign of demonic presence.
Focusing on the renown quests rather than doing Grim Whispers, I think at this point in the game is going to be better for us.
I need to.
So let's put this chalice down. Are you coming in?
Some of the clergy can be eager in their reading of the scriptures. That won't happen here.
Oh, praise be.
Okay. Let's get this underway.
Father Inarius, as I shed my wicked blood, let it be purified in thy light. Let the light feel the darkness.
Pathetic. This child belongs to me.
Are you sure?
Angels above! My son!
Let the light push out the darkness hiding within this child. Father, force this demon out. Father,
Ready for an empowered
this child with your grace.
firewall.
I command you to flee this body.
Hi.
Slay it quickly before it finds another host.
I mean, this is pretty quick in terms of slaying.
Mata, my boy, can you hear me? Please, say something.
Still moving. That's a positive sign. That's not saying something, that's just moaning.
Father? Where am I?
My boy! Oh, Father, you're all right. Thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
What?
I'm sure I will see you at the next service, yes, Peter? Right in the front pew?
Of course, sister, of course.
There's so many dead
Does
demon
remember
bits
it.
nearby. It's not the best place for a reunion. With the environment design, I like that they've really thought about like how you would have these things set up. The cellars have always got like that entry area and maybe like one or two tables, and then immediately it goes into storage. It's very
You did
practical.
well. You're more suited to this work than you think. There are many more people.
Okay, we'll stop her talking because as interesting as it is, we've heard it before. We've got so many little side dungeons and things to do. Let's head down and we'll hop to the Iron Wolves encampment and come up and round and do the Sunken Library. This is going to give us the aspect of control, and this is going to allow us moments of doing 25% extra damage. It potentially more depending on what we imbue it onto. And we can grab other side quests while we're in the area. Hello. Is there trouble?
When is there not trouble? I told the men I'd pay
If
them.
it's so easy.
See?
Okay, so apparently we've got to slay skeletons, draw out a champion, kill a champion. That might happen naturally over time, so it's good to have it ready to go. Let's hop on the old horse and move round to the Sunken Library. Not going to leave 136 gold on the ground. Ooh. Lifespan. We'll definitely grab that as we pass through as well. There's definitely a few skeletons we've killed, but there's not going to be enough before we actually get into this place, and this is our primary objective, so we're going to try and stay on mission.
I'm low on precious mana.
As much as they call Burning Dead, fire seems to work pretty effectively against them. Alright, in we go. Now, because we're not yet level 50, we can't really participate in the Helltide or Nightmare Dungeons or anything like that. So leveling is our primary goal right now. And making our life easier once we're level 50, so doing the Renown quests, it's just a sensible synergy. Getting the aspects while we're going through that might go into our final build, definitely worthwhile. But one thing we don't know is we don't know what potential unique or other legendary aspects that we haven't seen exist. I've not done any reading for specific builds. Oh my god, that was disgusting. So I'm not building with anything in particular in mind, just stuff that I've seen and know about. Okay, grab these. We'll probably get that gold on the way out. I love that it's the burning damage that triggers the firewalls, because that makes a big difference in terms of the location. Looks like one of the archival guardians is just a little bit further along. Let's go fight him.
Ready yet.
Ooh, that's getting a little painful.
Experiment number 7. Raised another undead today. Excellent specimen. Technique improving. Full mobility this time. Directed it to move a scroll. Scroll ended up in torn pieces. Must work on fine control of fingers and hands. Peers in the clans might sniff at use of necromancy. But undead labor is cheap. Free. Library too valuable to let rot. But too expensive to hire mercenaries. If studies go well, who knows what gems I might discover here.
I'm actually completely behind that level of experimentation. It's like, if you don't have someone who's willing to do the science in a controlled fashion, how are you going to learn if something is valuable or not? And especially when a lot of knowledge could have been lost due to other things. Despite the fact that it's a fantasy setting, there's a lot of the human nature that goes into these stories that makes them relatable. You know, people are naturally curious. There's always going to be those that strive for knowledge and information and making things better. Right, you guys need to go away. There we go. That's 2 done. I think we're in a pretty good place at the moment. Little painful in the face, but not a problem. That'll help with any projectiles that come in from elsewhere. Let's not get exploded. does have the potential to be quite painful. So one more Archival Guardian that's somewhere. Reflex reaction, something pops up, try and shoot it. They've done very clear imaging as well with area of effect skills and where you need to be moving to be safe from damage. I don't think I've ever been surprised by something that I couldn't have spotted. Like, surprised because I didn't recognise mechanics. But once you're aware of them, you know what to look for. And of course, if you cover the entire ground with fire, you're gonna miss some things, but that's then on me and situational awareness, I'd say. Alright. Going quite well. It would be interesting to look into making Tower Rush's build moving between the different elements. You wouldn't be able to just do like plus to pyromancy damage because you'd be dealing all kinds of other damage, but getting the multiple types of crowd control on the go and the potential benefits of that, plus to different elemental damages because of the malignant hearts. He totally just cheated his way out of that. Let's try and get him gone quickly. So the key thing I was thinking with that is freezing mobs and making them vulnerable, because there are some things that lean into extra damage against vulnerable, but fire has no easy way of making mobs vulnerable, which makes sense. It's not something that we excel at. But it would be interesting to do some like completely off-kilter builds and see what you can make work with them. Right, let's carry on leaning into this crippling flames. So now we've got a 15% chance to immobilize mobs for 2 seconds. That gets modified up by 22, so that's 37.1% chance to immobilize mobs. Now it's definitely worth us looking at the aspect of control and saying, can we get extra damage against crowd controlled mobs? Can we really benefit from that? Because we're always doing burning damage. Actually, let me just double check. Is it burning damage or is it pyromancy skills? Pyromancy skills. All of our skills are pyromancy skills, so we don't even need to be doing burning damage in order to trigger it. There we go. Those two just immobilized right there on the screen. That would just be 25% extra damage coming in, and that's the... Sorry. Got a little something in my throat. The benefit, the raw benefit from the skill, gets doubled when we're healthy, and we're almost always healthy. as with everything, and this is actually something I really like about Diablo, is you can build builds that feel very powerful while everything's going well. It's like doubling down on your winning, almost. And then if things are not going well, you lose some of the benefits and everything gets a lot harder, and all that power that you've been building towards feels like it evaporates. It very much feeds into my playstyle, because I tend to be overly cocky with any game that I'm playing, and that's how I get myself in trouble, and I love that aspect. Alright, we need to find the archive door and open it. Looks like it is just over there. Okay, no point standing on ceremony. We'll just get these couple of things killed and head on in. I think it's much better, like that kind of you're doing well, you keep doing well situation than something like XCOM. Fundamentally, like on paper, they're exactly the same. But you can recover if things start going badly in Diablo. All you need to do is plan for it and take your time. Whereas games like XCOM, you actually lose stuff if things aren't going well, and those are not recoverable, at least not without an incredibly large amount of time. So I guess it's you could either see it as a temporary buff or a temporary malus, but within Diablo it's always temporary and recoverable. You don't need to train up new people, you don't need to rework your equipment. If they introduced wear and tear on your stuff and items were not repairable, that would be more akin to it. Let's stack a lot of firewalls here and then get out of the middle of it all. You can go away. We've got to kill all the enemies in here, so being thorough makes a lot of sense. I'm going to be logical about how we move around in here. But I expect there's going to be a lot, because we saw that there was some others down the other path at least.
I'm out of mana.
Okay, out of mana. We'll just have to wait.
I'm not ready yet.
I do definitely want to look to see if there's any hints about Zoltan Kuhl's area. Thinking about all the deserts and the Dalgar Oasis and the way you do move through some of the older parts of Diablo, it makes me think that there might be stuff like the Arcane Sanctuary hidden away. Okay, grab that codex. 19 mobs remaining. Got on both. I can understand why nothing leans into overpower for Sorcerer skills. Not just thematically, but with the amount of AoE that you end up putting out. It has the potential to be very dangerous for everything. Let's get out of that.
Out of mana once again.
Wow, just when we think we're done with mobs here. Ah, it's a Resplendent Guardian, that's why. Well, that's no problem.
Out of mana once again.
Come stand in the fire. That's the Sunken Library done. Let's open this Resplendent chest, seeing as we've come all the way. This is actually going to be a really good time to have a look at the weapons that we found. Damage to close enemies, nice. Overpowered damage, don't care. Damage to chilled enemies, also don't care. That is junk. 5% lucky hit chance. Ooh. That's pretty spicy. We're losing a bit on critical strike chance, but I'll go with the extra lucky hit chance. Damage to close enemies, that's nice. We're losing 4% lucky hit chance if we switch over to it. Damage over time, overpowered damage there, not that useful. So that's junk. Keep the lucky hit chance. Damage to chilled enemies, no good. Damage to vulnerable, no good. Damage over time, it's not amazing. Cooldown reductions, fine. We lose a little bit on critical strike chance. We lose a lot on life on kill, but overall we do more damage. Let's start using it so we're not worrying about not upgrading for the sake of it. The rings, I'm going to wait until we're level 50, I think. Plus 2 ranks of Incinerate, that's better than 5% lucky hit chance. And fire damage over time. That's going to be a significant boon to our damage. This does more damage and has a lucky hit chance to execute. It's not a great lucky hit chance, but it is a lucky hit chance. Let's switch to it for the moment. This improves our lucky hit chance. We'll switch to that. Don't care about Frost Nova. Don't care about Frost skill damage. We could re-roll it, of course. But it's probably only worth doing that when we get much later in the game. 11% conjuration skill damage. So that would swap our pyromancy skill damage for just doing more on Hydra. It's a high roll. It is a high roll, but I think it's not worth the change, except potentially for the armor. So 33% damage reduction goes up to 37. So that's an extra 4% damage reduction, and we've got sockets in it. We'll use it for the moment. Not a bad dungeon. Not a bad dungeon, that one. Okay. Because we have the aspect of control now, we can potentially stick it on something. We have just upgraded our weapons, so that's an obvious choice. Where's the occultist in this place? There you are. I'll salvage stuff up. And actually, we have 392 obols right now. Our maximum number of obols is 600. So at some point we're going to have to do some gambling. So it might be a good time for us to do some weapon gambling.
You can still use these.
Just before we go doing any imprinting, because we might end up with something better. And then we can do some gem upgrades and socket something in somewhere. Up and inside. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Game is on.
You can get Lucky Hit Execute on a wand. It improves Lucky Hit chance. Seems like a pretty safe bet.
Not bad. There's a lucky find, eh?
What are you?
Just tell your friends where
Meteor
you got
deals increased critical damage against healthy targets. This is probably worth us actually writing over the top of. It gives us mastery skill damage. It gives us damage over time. Damage to chilled enemies we don't care about, but the lucky hit chance on top, we're going to overwrite this. It's a shame because it's a perfect roll on the aspect, but later on that's going to be irrelevant for us. What's our next lowest thing? Probably the boots. What are you?
Just
collecting crackling
tell your
energy
friends where
increases
you
your
got it.
movement speed. It's fine because it's reasonable boots. We're going to lose a rank of flame shield, but it doesn't give much benefit. So for the upgrade, I think that's worth it. Okay, let's do some gloves.
Not
Or
bad.
a pair of gloves.
Not good.
I could hop on the old horse, but it's really not far for us to travel across and have a look at this. Alright, so if we were going to do this, we could put the aspect of control on our gloves. We could also put it on our weapon. It's not doubled because we don't have a two-handed, but at the same time we can have more things because of it. So maybe putting it on our offhand is a better choice because we're not likely to upgrade our offhand for a while. What else could we put on our offhand? Yeah, none of them are particularly spectacular. Let's do the gloves. Let's do the gloves. Because we're not going to change them for a while because of the 2 ranks of Incinerate. It's using one of our coiling wards, but that's fine. Okay, that means we've just got 2 more things that we need to imprint. Let's limit to just what we've got. We could go for aspect of the deflecting barrier. We'll use our last coiling ward. It's not particularly spectacular. I think it's probably going to be better off if we just wait until we've got another one of the aspects that we care about. So, on that, let's drink ourselves another elixir. And we'll have a look at what the most beneficial one is going to be. Probably aspect of shared misery. Let's pin that. That's gonna take us over to Hawazar. All the way up here. Okay. We're gonna want to salvage up all the stuff that we've just gambled for, but at the very least, we've achieved one of our objectives and we're going to be doing a bit more damage to things. We could also do some upgrades, actually, having got a new weapon.
Ah, a warrior. How may I serve?
So upgrade this.
Let's see the barbs make that.
You know what? It's worth us upgrading it to 3 at this point. Probably not 4. 1, 2, 3.
One of my
1,
best
2, 3.
pieces. See?
Upgrade them 1 more. Upgrade this 1 more as well. Okay. Do we actually have a chest here? I don't think so. While we're in the area, let's just hop over and cause trouble. Hey, I brought an infected person here for you. Just, you know, because I'm that good.
Yolanda, come quick.
Oh no.
Disgusting.
You have no idea what you've done.
Oh yeah, I got some renown. I know exactly what I've done. What just happened.
Make up, go to.
Okay, we're not actually going to do that side quest right this moment. What I'll do is I'll hop back to town quickly, grab my gems, and then move up ready for the next time. Well, actually, we could do the side quests, I guess. I'm still going to do the... What's that? Remnants of Faith side quest over by the wardrobe. Ah, I think this might be
You can't be serious.
one that we've done in the past. Sacrum Initiate, yeah.
Lost in ruins. Going back.
I can help you get to the ruin.
Though, please. There is a bridge. I cannot think.
Right, first up though. Oh, that was the other thing that we could have put on is the because he's a necklace. But I'm going to wait until we're max level before we do that. Weapon, 5 life on kill. That is probably the most useful thing at the moment. We'll get some extra life going in on our chest piece, and we'll open up the herb cache. Okay. Back through the town portal. And maybe we'll do the fetching and carrying. I'm not sure if 20 minutes is enough time to run through a full other dungeon. So we'll do some bitty side quests. And potentially more events while we're in the area. Hello, I'm here to help you.
Out of mana once again.
Yeah, the aspect of control has got a lot of potential of pairing well with other skills. Rather than just fire, I think it would do well with the stunning aspect that you get from lightning and the frozen aspect that you get from cold damage. Only a few more seconds.
Out of mana once again.
Oh, you're right, you couldn't. That actually gave us quite a decent haul, all things considered. Given we've effectively spent all of our obols. It was nice that we actually got some items out of it, because so far our luck has been absolutely abysmal while doing gambling. Bat fungus. That's what we're here for. Well, we've got one so far. Looks like there's a nice big cluster of mobs up here. Bats go down pretty quickly, so... won't take much for us to focus fire them down. I think actually that... looking at the way I'm using my skills, one of the reasons why I like having the multiple is because we've got different skills for different situations. Firewall goes horizontally, and well, yeah, it goes horizontally, and our Incinerate shoots out in a straight line in front of us, so they're always perpendicular to each other. Hop on the old horse and get back to town. Do another event. Is it the same caravan? It's the same caravan. When are they gonna learn? They should have just moved up. No.
Be careful.
Actually, it looks like a slightly different caravan. This is definitely a hotspot. Don't worry, I got you. I've definitely got you. No thank you on the stunning. I said no thank you on the stunning. Getting a little intense. Great, a malignant chest. Alright, are you guys going to move on from here, or are you just going to sit around? Because I don't think you should be staying here. I think it's going to be bad for your health. We don't need to talk to them. Let's just get into town and find Yolanda. We're going to end up doing some mixing.
Had to chase away another Zakarum missionary today. They visit here. Ply the children I've seen. I know. Can you take me there?
Yes.
Sure, I can do more escorting. We're not
been meaning to do this
necessarily going to do it right now.
I dread the destination.
We've got more important things to do. So, Yolanda, oh yeah, look at all those flies.
Did you mix in the...
Okay, drink this.
To drink it all, Jenna. All of it.
And you get some as well.
Your problem has been solved.
I mean, that's it's a very arrogant statement. Your problem has been solved. Oh no, you're not in a good way. So, not that easy for Yolanda. What comes next?
Why can't you keep it? In all likelihood, he'll need it.
Okay, for that we're going to need to grab the head of the thing nearby, which is just down here. Where is it? There we go. Give me that trophy. Before we head out, let's salvage our stuff up.
Win favor, my friend.
We can do this this journey
The
on
younger folks
horseback.
in Raging Honey don't understand why we keep the priests out. I saw the paladins of the Zakarum light the fires that burned the town from within. That burned Eriman.
Ah, yeah, we saw Araman's pyre, so contextually totally understand. Would it be faster for us to actually just... I know it is. Oh, we've got 2 potential locations. Yeah, we're doing Heart of Mold. Heart of Mold is more important than going to Araman's Pyre right now. I guess the Elder wasn't that interested. I mean, he wants to go to the Pyre. He's not going to escort us all the way down here. Getting a lovely malignant heart out of this.
I lack the noble manner.
Okay, now we can kill the blooming spike fiends. These are annoying blighters. They don't do much damage, but they are so mobile. There we go. Right, where, oh where? Here's a mossy torch. Here's a mossy torch. And then put the head in the offering bowl. Hey, Zerk. The healer Yolanda sent me to get a remedy for gut
He's
rot.
always been fine without me. Must be truly dire to send you, huh? I'd guess someone's near to dying.
You'd be surprised.
Look, you brought a gift. Never thought those villagers capable.
Oh, he's a bit gross, isn't he?
Few wins, but the smell is good. Not heavy enough to save anyone, though. Get the eyes out of Nuroth the Vile Fang's head.
Okay, so where the hell... The Vile Fang is down this way. With oversized snake eyes. Ooh, hello, Galavine. While we're passing, always grab Galavine. take out the spitter first. Then pick up all the bits. And then we'll carry on, see if we can find this giant snake we're supposed to be killing. Got to be in the area somewhere. This is getting us a lot of experience though. We're back into tree territory. Okay, let's do it on the horse. Maybe it's just tucked up in this corner.
What was that?
Oh, there we are. Hello. This thing is pretty strong, actually. Let's burn him down. Okay, oversized snake eyes retrieved. Yeah, that was a lot of poison damage coming in. A lot of impact damage and then a lot of poison damage.
Place the eyes there, in the dead animal.
In the dead animal.
Take the rotting heart to your mother. It makes its own fungus. Stronger than anything the villagers will.
I mean, this...
If she's not dead yet, this'll kill off anything wriggling in her.
This seems like a bad thing. Like, make something worse, and then trust that to destroy whatever it is that's around. Hey, Yolanda. I brought you something.
That was... But, if Calf had listened to me...
There we go. Heart of Mold is complete. Right, we are in the right neck of the woods for our next dungeon. So we're going to pick that up next time and head and do Oblivion. But we're going to finish up there, I think. I'm just going to clear out our inventory ready so we can just go in and not come back to town as much. Really, really close to level 38. So I think we should be able to get that ticked away. And then, I mean, we're literally down to like the last 12 skill points. So approaching the final shape of our build without the Paragon boards. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 4. See you soon.